In just a few days, 3 apartment buildings in Ho Chi Minh City were found being mortgaged several times in banks. This means people in the apartments face the risk of losing their homes. According to the regulations, one property cannot be simultaneously treated twice, and the collateral needs to release the mortgage before being sold to another. However, the owner of the Hamana apartments complex has mortgaged up to 3 times, with it to mortgage the entire project to borrow for construction of the project, using 41 apartments to guarantee bank loans and guarantee for mortgage home buyers are eligible for bank loans. According to the lawyer this year, violation of law of the developer.
Bought apartment 10 years ago, moved to stay 7 years ago, but Mustang's family has not received a home ownership certificate. Recently, she also discovers that the developer broke her apartment like bank along with all the property in the apartment. We paid for the apartment and developer broke our apartment to the bank, which is a scam.
No debt. But only after one night, thousands of people at the Hamana apartment are certainly being in foreclosure. 300 households in the apartment in Tengfu district face the threat of moving out of the house. The instability comes from the fact that the apartment where they live will be sold if the debt trading company wins developers. Real estate buyers in size. According to the contract, after 6 months from the hangover date, we will have the home ownership certificate, but it's 20 months from the hangover date. We didn't receive the home ownership certificate. In the real estate market, some projects are being offered for sale with a large margin. The buyers will bear the risk because the buyers do not have any invoice proving the transactions. According to the brokers, only 20 billion dong will be recorded in the contract, while the remaining 15 billion dong will not have any invoice. However, when buying land, instead of signing a purchase contract, they are required to sign a capital contribution agreement. There are so many unreasonable terms on the contract, such as within 7 days of not paying money, the real estate buyers will be lost their deposits. If the real estate buyers do not pay money on schedule, their real estate will be liquidated, lost on the money paid. In Vietnam, nearly 100% of developers in housing projects have to borrow money from banks. The apartment buildings are possibly blacked 2 or more times, maybe more than 3 times. There are many reasons why the developer hands over the houses have not been finished to customers. Many developers with low financial capacity want to collect money quickly to pay debts and avoid interest penalties which from over debt. But this behavior has violated the law. This is the way that apartment buyers in South Sala Hanoi project express their frustration because the developer broke the promise. This project should have been completed from April 2012, it means half 2 years before. However, up to now, after 4 delayed apartments, their future apartments still clutter. This is Block C, unfinished clutter status, where the developer forced residents to hang over. The households must pay 95% of total amounts of the apartment contract, and if the household do not return to live within a year, the developer will proceed to sell.
What do you think if you are living in the apartment? Suddenly, your flat are cut off electricity and cut off the water, then forced out of the apartment? The story seems only to be possible in the nightmare, but that it too happened in the apartment by Hien Tower in Tân Bình District, Ho Chi Minh City. More than 20 households were handed over by the developer in the unfinished construction. Living nearly 2 months, they suddenly received notice to move out of the apartment within 24 hours.
Many apartment buildings in Hanoi have been handed over in incomplete condition. The fire protection system has not been accepted. Developers who just love their interests have pushed residents to face many risks situations. Green building in District 9, Ho Chi Minh City is the not rent, but the floor is still wet with a lot of water. The people living here are facing such unhygienic scenes. We buy lower income housing, but the cost of living here is high at renting fee. Being resident, we are very concerned about the high cost service from developer as service charge the parking fees, electricity and water charge are very high, not suitable for lower income residents.
At midnight asleep, suddenly, the fire alarm bell at Hoang An Gon House apartment, Nha Be district rings continuously. Hundreds of people are panicked to run down the streets. Phones fire alarm at midnight make people dismissed. The security guard have an argument. At 3 a.m., people go to sleep in the furious state.
The real estate seller cheated the buyer out of deposit. Mr. Bean bought the land from a swing in Mr. Dong. This area is at Bintan district about 3 billion dong. Mr. Bean left with money as a deposit. Mr. Bean found out about this area. This site was planned in 2013. Mr. Bean and Ms. Huyen bought in 2016 and sold it for Mr. Bean in 2017. Mr. Bean lost his deposit. Although introducing the customer to buy a lot of land, the consultant himself is not sure that the buyer can do the procedure for the separation to get private ownership or not.